So it looks like Coppin State is confirming the news that Juan Dixon has been let go, parted ways with the university. But a lot of you sportsnistas have been letting me know all of this conversation about the lawsuit, about his reputation on the Real Housewives of Potomac, it has nothing to do with him being fired. It's his trash record as a head coach. Damn. And then, of course, everyone with their own stories about Juan Dixon are coming out. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So I should have added, sometimes we cover sports too. So of course, I rely on our sportsnistas. Shout out to Sharon. Shout out to all of you that watch, and happy March Madness. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Shut up! That is so stupid.
You got to double check. So Coppin State has released an official statement about Juan Dixon no longer being a part. Yesterday, we did a video letting you know, and I had a lot of different things that we had dug up in regards to why possibly Juan Dixon was let go as the head coach. And a lot of you said, well, I think the larger part is that he wasn't a great coach. He didn't have a winning record. This past season sucked for them. But some of you said it sucked for them for a while now under Juan Dixon. And some of you were surprised that they didn't let him go a long time ago. But then I told you yesterday in that video that I think part of the reason Coppin kept him on and why maybe Robin and Juan had this farce of a relationship helped both of them. Helped her for Real Housewives of Potomac, but also helped fundraise and bring attention to Coppin State for fundraising purposes and clout purposes. Let's be honest. Well, Coppin released a statement and said this. On their website, they wrote this. Coppin State head men's basketball coach Juan Dixon will not return for the 2023-2024 season. Coppin Athletics Director Derek Carter today announced that Dixon is relieved of his duties effective immediately. So this is just a nice way of saying that he's been fired. They continue, after fully evaluating the men's basketball program and performance, we feel a change of leadership is necessary moving forward, said Carter. We wish Juan and his family the best for the future. We thank him for his time at Coppin. Dixon, the seventh head coach in the history of the Coppin State men's basketball program, finished his six-year tenure at CSU with a 51-131 overall record. That I have you sportsnistas break down what exactly does that mean? I'm guessing since they included it, it's supposed to be good. They also end this report by saying a national search for a new head coach for men's basketball will begin immediately. Damn. Look, damn. So, again, a lot of people speculated that this lawsuit where it alleged that Juan Dixon did not report these allegations that the student had of being sexually harassed and a bunch of other really things that we can't talk about. So I wonder where that investigation is. According to my sources, that Coppin has been investigating who did what and when. And I don't know if it's officially ended yet. I haven't heard from my sources if the investigation is over or if Juan Dixon's involvement is over. But of course, when this news came out, a lot of people on social media have thoughts and opinions, and also former athletes that worked with Juan. So some of you may recall when we were talking about this, when we were live talking about this, a lot of you had mentioned that Juan Dixon used to work for the University of DC. And of course, I had to verify some of that information because someone tweeted me, and some of you have been tagging me on Twitter to this woman, Deanna's story. So Deanna has her own alleged experience. I'm going to say allegedly, her experience. She says this, okay, so boom, Juan Dixon came to coach at UDC my junior year. From day one, he made it very clear that he did not want to coach women's basketball and that his goal was to get to the men's side pronto. I mean, based on how he treats Robin Dixon, we're not surprised that he allegedly a misogynist. Well, she continues. She says, as far as coaches go, he was the worst coach I had in any sport. Not because he didn't, quote, know the game, but because he didn't know how to work with the players he had. He also brought a few concubines, allegedly, I'm going to add, to away games. One even rode in the team bus from the hotel to the gym. Bold, I'll say. Fast forward through a losing season with what I would consider a talented team with bad leadership. During the offseason, there was an altercation, I believe she means here, in my student apartment involving my then teammate. For legal purposes, we will call the former teammate Rel, then girlfriend B, and ex-girlfriend Tony. Okay. Rel was cheating on B with Tony. Tony decides to come by the apartment one day to see another friend, Dion. B just happens to be there when Tony gets in the room. So this is it's relevant to the story. Stay with me, y'all. It's relevant to the story. Push comes to shove, literally, next thing I know, there's a WWE SmackDown in my living room. Wigs was flying, B words were bleeding, and mace was sprayed. Not mace was sprayed. What? Now, I like to mind my mother effing business, but apparently then teammate Rel was upset with me for not helping her while she was getting her ass beat. Rel went to Juan about the fight, allegedly, and this mother effer kicked me off the team. That doesn't make sense. Mind you, I'm on scholarship about to go into my senior year, and this mother effer kicks me off the team because Rel was cheating, got caught, and caught a beatdown for it. Some effed up-ish. She continues, she says, anyway, we got to arguing because that's some BS. Somewhere in me getting fired on my day off, he mentions again. See, this is why I didn't want to coach women's basketball, dealing with this ish. 2 weeks later, he quit, started the coaching job at Coppin. How you gonna kick me off knowing you are leaving anyway? She then says, woo, it felt so good to tell my story. In conclusion, F you, Juan Dixon. And then she says, athletic director apologized a year later for the way everything was handled, she puts in quotes, and then gave me a senior night even though I didn't play. It's still F all of them. Am I surprised? Oh, no. Again, this is her allegations. Well, speaking of coaching, Robin's best friend and employer, Gizelle, is chiming in on the news that Juan Dixon has been fired.
Your bestie, Robin, we just saw the unfortunate news yesterday that he's been let go from his position. Any response to that? What do you kind of think of that whole situation, unfortunately?
I think, the coaching world is tough. I think, he was in a tough position. They did have a losing season. And I think that these universities kind of look at it as like, you're as good as your last season. But, Juan, if anything I know about him, he'll bounce back and he'll be fine.
And she gives the best explanation that you can give in this situation. She doesn't make it about anything else besides the team's record. I mean, look, what else could she say? She's not going to throw him under the bus and bring up all the other factors that could have been in place. But if you watched my video yesterday, I told you about a fundraiser where Gizelle was supposed to be, but then that lawsuit came out and all of a sudden Gizelle wasn't there anymore. Even though she had posted about it and was on the flyer for the Suits and Sneakers event. And Robin was the only one that ended up attending. Okay, maybe not. But a lot of you agreed that, yes, there are so many other factors that could have been in play when it comes to Juan Dixon and his future over at Coppin. And maybe the reason why he stayed as long as he did was because he was on the Real Housewives of Potomac at the time. And it did bring attention to the franchise. It did bring money to the basketball team. But now it's a problem. And they would like to get a winning coach and a winning team. Guys, I want to know your reaction to everything, this current update in regards to what's going on with Juan Dixon, this woman's allegations about him over. And again, if you are also one of the women on the University of the DC team under his jurisdiction, Please let us know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your side of things. Maybe you thought he was a fantastic coach. Was he a winning coach there? You guys will let me know. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse.